Okay, so this is chapter 8 and we're going to discuss vacation home monthly operating costs and how to calculate. So a disclaimer: before you make a financial decision of any type, hire a team of professionals, accountants, lawyers, property managers, property appraisers, and so forth. So this chapter explains the monthly operating costs typical for most vacation homes, and we always use Orlando, Florida as an example, as that's where we live. And this is crucial that vacation home buyers know the monthly operating expenses, because we often see them buy vacation homes and they have no idea. It's the biggest mistake they make. So this chapter will go point by point and explain each typical expense of what questions you need to ask your accountant and your property manager when you're trying to figure out how much you're going to spend every month and every year. Like we always say, consult with an accountant and especially a property manager to make sure your budget that you're working on is accurate. And our summary is, regardless of your net worth and how much money you have, you still need to know how much a vacation home is going to cost you every month and every year. So if you want more in our video series, and before we begin, just hit subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Any questions, stick them in the comments below, share, like, we always appreciate it. You can visit us online at orlandov.com, orlandov.com. So monthly vacation home ownership costs, what are they? So there are numerous costs involved in owning a vacation home, many of which, when you're talking to a real estate salesperson, some of which they might know and a lot they probably don't know or just forget to tell you. So often we see some of these costs come as a complete surprise to a new vacation home owner, because they don't really find out about them until they actually own the home. And these costs are going to vary obviously greatly depending on location and the type of home that you have. So our first typical cost are going to be Homeowner Association fees. If you own a vacation home, it's in a vacation home community, and there's quite often going to be a monthly community charge to cover the maintenance and community maintenance of the common areas where your home is located. These fees can vary greatly depending on what the community facilities are. You'll find gated, guarded communities with extensive amenities can have much higher fees, and depending on the location, these can be almost nothing to well over $1,000. So you need to know what they are. Number 2 is the electric bill. Whether you use your home or not, especially here in Florida, in a warm climate like ours, you have to run your air conditioner year round. And if you have a pool, you have to run the pool pumps year round to filter your water to protect your swimming pool. Currently in Florida, it's not unusual in the summer for a 4-bedroom pool home to get an electric bill of $300 to $400 a month. So be prepared. Number 3 is your cable and TV or internet bill. According to a 2014 survey, the most important amenity you can have in a home is an internet connection. It's what people demand. As streaming becomes more and more popular, probably see more of a demise of cable TV, but here in America, cable TV is still required and expected. And also, you are required to have a basic phone service today in a vacation home, at least here in the United States. International travelers sometimes don't have phones with them. So here, a typical package with phone, internet, and cable, you're looking between $150 and $220 a month. And you pretty much need to have this on year round, because most cable companies won't let you turn it off and on month by month. Fourth, the next cost you need to look at is your water bill. Water bills will obviously vary depending on the type of home you have. If you have a home with a pool, obviously your water bill is going to be a lot higher. The water costs can vary tremendously here in America by state, by location, and like we said, by type of home. Here in Orlando, a typical 4-bedroom pool home wouldn't be unusual to see a water bill of between $50 and $80 a month. Our fifth cost you need to look at is your landscaping, shrub care, lawn care, fertilizer. All that needs to be taken care of. Keeping a visual exterior of your home well maintained, presentable, it's crucial, usually to be in compliance with your Homeowners Association and also for the attractiveness of your home to you and if you rent it out to potential renters. So a standard, pool home here in Florida, 4-bedroom, you could expect to pay about $130 a month. Wouldn't be unusual. So the sixth item, which is crucial here in Florida, would be pool care. If you own a private pool home, it's essential that your pool is maintained on a weekly basis. You have to keep the pool functional year-round and help preserve its integrity and its life. So although the price of the will vary for pool care from country to country, location to location, and pool size, a typical 4-bedroom pool home here in Orlando, $70 a month would be pretty standard for a standard size vacation home pool. Remember though, pools do have other issues that pop up. Pool heaters break, pool pumps break, pools need to be resurfaced every 10 years. So escrowing an extra $100 a month to pay for the bigger pool expenses as they pop up is always a good idea. So number 7 are property taxes. Here in America, you have to pay tax on your property every year and give it to the government. And obviously, again, it's going to depend on the type, nature of your home, where it's located. Here in Orlando, a standard 4-bedroom pool home in a typical vacation home community wouldn't be unusual for your property tax bill to be $4,000, give or take, a month. So you would need to escrow that every month just so you have enough saved at the end of the year so you can easily pay it. Number 7. This cost is insurance. We always recommend you ensure your property is fully insured and consult with an insurer who specifically knows about vacation home rentals. If you plan on renting your vacation home, it is very important your insurance company understands how vacation home rentals work and what type of insurance is required. You need someone who really does understand vacation home insurance policies. So our 8th cost item for you to consider is escrow for wear and tear and major repairs and capital improvements, big repair items. So we see this often as the most overlooked area of vacation home ownership. Often owners make no reserve for repairs for major expenses that are pretty typical that will occur when you own a vacation home. So if you don't like surprises, we recommend you open a separate account for the operation of your vacation home and be sure to escrow a calculated amount every month. The amount will again vary how much you estimate. Use your property manager to help you based on age, condition, location, and the type of home. But you must escrow for major repairs given the life expectancy of most items, because sooner or later things will break, and some major things will break in your vacation home. So things that are capital improvements and other sort of major costs, these can include roofs. Here in Florida, most roofs have a maximum 20-year lifespan and will have to be replaced. So on a 2,500 square foot home, say, $10,000 to $15,000 for a new roof every 20 years, or about $500 to $750 a year in cost would not be unreasonable. Water heaters last 15 years and can cost usually between $600 and $1,000. If you're going to paint the inside of your home, including all the wood trim, can be an extensive job. $7,000 to $10,000 for a typical 4-bedroom, good-sized pool home, not unusual. Outside paint, if you are here in Florida where we are, the sun does take its toll on the exterior of the home, and you have to protect the integrity of the property. So getting your home painted on the exterior every 7 to 8 years, 2,500 square feet, spending $2,000 to $3,000 is not unusual. Pool equipment, that can break, quite often has to be replaced every 10 years. You're looking at $3,000 to $5,000. Resurfacing your pool as the pool edges deteriorate, $3,000 to $5,000, and so forth. The costs, the capital costs can add up, but the key is to escrow for them. If you look at an AC system here in Florida, they last 10 to 14 years. A 4-bedroom home, you're looking $6,000. So what could a monthly operating statement look like? What would it include for a typical 4-bedroom pool home, say here in Orlando, Florida? So there are a lot of line items to consider, and we'll highlight what we think are some of the most important. Homeowner fees could be $400, electric bill, say, is $300, your cable bill $160, your water bill $50, lawn care $120, pool care $75, property taxes $300, insurance $100, escrow for wear and tear $550, routine monthly repairs $200, and a property manager $200. Total, it's going to be about $2,030. Now, these numbers will vary significantly based on the type of home, the location, the amenities, age, size, and so forth. So you need to consult with your accountant and property manager to get an accurate forecast. So this brings us to our elephant in the room subject, and that is mortgage expense. So often buyers of vacation homes here in Orlando are talked into taking whopping mortgages on their vacation homes. So the question then comes, if you have a lot of monthly operating expenses and a mortgage to pay, can you afford to pay them both? As the operating expenses are usually a lot higher than the buyer was originally planning for, we always encourage vacation home buyers not to take on any debt to buy a vacation home, as it is a purely discretionary luxury item. One side note here to consider is oceanfront or beachfront vacation homes. Here you can see repair costs skyrocket due to the salt air taking a real heavy toll on any type of vacation home at the beach. These can be double or triple that of a typical inland home. So you want to speak with a professional home repair professional that specializes in vacation homes, as well as your property manager, to see how much these costs will be. So a common mistake that we do see vacation home buyers make is they think, oh, well, I can just rent the home out. That will cover all my monthly expenses and a mortgage if I have one. So unless you're really willing to do all the reservations yourself, which means you're going to have a 24/7 part-time job to fill your vacation home with bookings, with year-round business, it's going to be very, very difficult. Vacation homes are expensive to operate, especially when you rent them out. If you have to rent the home in order to pay the bills, i.e. you cannot easily afford to pay the regular bills out of your own pocket and will depend on the rental income, you might want to look at more stable rental real estate and not vacation homes. This is a common trap we see people fall into. So, in summary, if you can't afford to pay cash for your vacation home and easily pay the monthly expenses, which can be quite significant, a vacation home might not be for you. If you're looking more at an investment property type purchase, see part 1 of this video series. If you can easily afford a vacation home and plan to use it often, we think you should investigate owning one further. Be sure to calculate all your monthly operating expenses and consult with both your property manager and accountant before you buy. You need to develop a monthly and yearly operating pro forma budget that is realistic. Failure to develop a professional budget for your vacation home will lead to a lot of financial surprises. To see other videos in this series, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Any questions, stick them in the comments, share, like, and visit us online at Orlando, V like Victory, Orlando.com. Thank you for watching.